Oh, that's cool. No. Oh yeah.
Did they put text or then got first? And right now we haven't uploaded the videos, but we're still posting.
Yeah.
Y apenas éramos otra vez de las...
I want to get the Eclipse. Alright guys, I think we're coming to the realization that I have to stop collecting. I mean, we have a lot to go through and I have no room for all this growth. I mean, we got this bag from Vegas, we got these bags from our hunt in Oklahoma, we got another bag from our car show. My buddy JT dropped off some goodies. We got a trade between Nas and I, and another trade between Pussycat. And I haven't even sent those out. I also still have the ones for Simple Man I need to mail out now that I am finally back home. So a lot of catching up to do as far as packages, and a lot of unboxing and showcasing what we picked up from our last 2 trips. I haven't been here in 2 weeks. Like I said, been traveling, and it was a really good time seeing California with the family and hunting and finding some good stuff out there. But Oklahoma, man, there was a lot of goodies we brought home. We're not going to get to those in this episode. Like I said, we have a few to go and some mail calls that we need to get to. So those will be later episodes. So if you don't want to miss out on those, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future content. Now, in today's episode, we're going to be diving into what we we found in California. So we will pull out this bag because this has a super cool 124 scale. It's not a Mustang, but I was not going to pass it up because I've been looking for a signed Fast and the Furious car. And of course, we got the Eclipse signed by Hector. Look at that, guys. Very cool. This was at a detail shop in California, and they were opening up their 4th one soon. But Hector showed up, signed a bunch of 124s, and of course, I have the Supra, I had the Charger. I'm not too big on Suzuki's S2000, but the Eclipse, this is one of my favorite OG cars from the franchise. And of course, you have Hector signing it with God first like he always does. So I finally have a signed Hector Fast and the Furious car. And every time I went to Playdate Collectibles, he always goes there. And I never got a chance to pick up any of his signed stuff. So we scored really good on this. We paid $45 for it. Not a bad price. And considering that you would probably pay like 22, 23 bucks in store. So if you count it for the signature part of it, that's actually a steal. And the guy that was selling it to me, super cool guy. I mean, he was really cool. He was telling me how they're filming at the new bridge down in California. He was telling me all the filming sites for Fast and the Furious. And then, of course, he said they were going to do a giveaway, and this was going to be one of the cars that they were going to raffle off. But I said, you know what? I want that one, and he sold it to me. So we got this for the collection. Of course, this is one of my side collection pieces, not part of the Mustang collection. But when you see something like this, you can't pass it up, especially when I've been looking to get one. He also had some signed Honda Civics. You know, the new gold silver series of his Civic that he had in the movie, but they sold out of those super quick, way before me getting there. But I missed Hector by, I think it was like an hour or something like that. So got this for the collection. And then this bag also has more freaking goodies. We did go into the Shelby Museum. I've been there 2 other times. 2 other times, 2017, 2021, and of course this year. So I went there solely for the purpose of picking up the Mustangs that I know that they would have in their shop. But this clear bag, this was from that detail shop along with getting this. So we'll go ahead and put the Shelby Museum stuff down here because I know you guys want to see what I brought home. Yeah, these top ones right here, these were free. The guy was like, hey, you know, since you got these, go ahead and pick out 3 free cars. These are for my daughter. She picked these out. So we got the Kia, the hypercharged or supercharged funny car, and the high roller. So I got to take those upstairs and give to her so she can play with those. But these right here, guys, it's kind of a mixture of Mustangs and some non-ones, but when you find these in a shop, not going to pass it up. My wife actually picked this one out for me. I do have it in the collection. It is actually sitting right there, but the fact that she picked it out, I mean, I was like, you know what? You found it. I'm going to keep this in the collection. So, of course, we got that one. This one right here is new for the collection. I do have the other premium release of this one. This is the Nissan 300ZX out of the Silhouettes. This is a super clean casting. Big fan of the 300s, and I love this casting and tooling. But the blue one is probably my favorite. The other one came in a Transport from the Transport series. But a lot of honorable mentions out of this one. You have the Super Silhouette Nissan Skyline, the McLaren 720S, the Mazda RX-7 FC Pandem, and the RWB Porsche 930, which they did not have because I would absolutely get that one because I have the 2 satin blacks and the purple, and I'm really hoping to find the white one. So got this one for the collection. This right here was one my wife scored in the shop. Yes, they were selling these as well. They had this beauty, the M2 Chase of the 1966 Mustang Gasser. Now I'm 100% I have it because it is sitting right there. But the fact that my wife scored this beauty, oh yeah, this one was coming home no matter what. We paid 40 bucks. I know that's like resell on like eBay price, but at the same time, this is an awesome one. So this is the second one. I am keeping that because my wife scored these for me. Her and my daughter were out there hunting in their little displays that they had. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. Let's bring them home. So next one is this one. I was pretty certain I have this loose and carded, the 67 Mustang, which was the Zamac release from 2018, number 6. And I'm pretty sure we have this one, but I was like, you know what? Let me grab it just in case, but I am like 99%. And I don't see it up here, but it could be under there. No, it's not there. We have that Zamac number 11. Where would it be? Everything is in order of year. There's no way I don't have this one. There's no way. I'm like 100% sure I have this one. Come on. Does this mean that I've been sleeping on this one, not knowing I didn't have it? There's no way. Unless it was one of the ones I opened already. Which it could be, because I have a Zamac case full of Zamacs. Well, 2 cases. These are all Zamacs. And maybe I opened this one up. Holy crap. Okay, I did need one carded for the collection. Nice. Oh, that's awesome. Now I'm super stoked I grabbed that one. All right, next one. This was a little high dollar as well. The Circuit Legends Porsche. It's the 911 GT3 R992. And of course, this one, I was like, oh man, these are hard to pass up. Very, very hard to pass up. It's the Golf livery, of course. This tooling in a premium sense is gorgeous. And you guys know I stopped collecting Porsche, but I mean, this thing is awesome. The Mustang we have in the collection. All the other ones I don't care for. The Ferrari 499P, definitely want to get my hands on one of those if I can. If not, it's not going to hurt my feelings. But when I seen this, I was like, man, that's definitely hard to pass up. So this one's number 5 of 5, not the chase. The Ferrari is actually the chase of this one, but this one was $35 for a premium. That is steep. That is steep. So luckily it was our anniversary and my wife's like, you know what, go hunting. And she pretty much opened the reins, helped me find these. And I was like, oh, I don't want to pass these up, but they're expensive and I don't like paying that much for a premium. But at the same time, it was like, hey, go hunting, happy anniversary. And she's helped me find all of these. So it was a win, but we also got this one, a second one, or maybe third one for the collection. Because I do have a set up here, full set with the chase. And then I have another set over here. This one I'm going to see if Bob can do a custom for someone. But here we go. Fox Body, the 84 SVO from the Silver Series. And then we got a few more. Now this one is an Adventure Force by Maisto. I didn't have one on a long card. Check that out. I know it's a cheap tooling and you're like, why would you pay for something like that? But the card art, guys, look at that. That is cool, and it's a full-size card too. Typically when we find them, they're all these short cards like these. We have this one on the gray and blue card classics, and then they redid it on the orange. Now we have another card variation or card release of it. So 3 different releases from 3 different cards. You guys know I love stuff like that, and I like the card art. I mean, it looks really good. It's very, very close to what Hot Wheels would put out. So very good on Maisto on this one. Very cool one as well, just because I love the different card releases. Shelby GT 350R, my wife scored this one as well. And I think I have one in the collection that is carded. And it should be up in my GT 350R section, which is right over here. And yes, we have it right there. No card release variation or wheel variation. When it came to the modern releases, there's not many variations you can find. It's not heavy like they used to do back in, you know, the mid to late 90s when everything had wheel variations or tempo variations. You had FTEs, which was always thrown into the mix to make it harder to find that one. But now it's pretty much consistent. Unless you find like a base variation for toolings and all that good stuff. So there is that one. Last one, definitely not least, we had to bring one of these home. This was another one. I think my daughter found this one. We have it loose, but I'm going to go ahead and keep this one carded since my daughter did score this one for me. The Ford GT, number 4 meatball in pearl white. Beautiful number 4 of 5 out of the Speed Machine. So I actually do have this full set already, but like I said, I'm going to keep this one carded since my daughter found this one. But this was out of that detail shop. Like I said, they had a lot of cool stuff. Not a lot of Mustangs in a sense of what I needed, except for the Zamac and that one. But overall, it was a really cool store. Really loved what they were doing. And then, of course, finding these premiums right here, the Porsche 911, the Nissan 300, and the Chase. This one is awesome. So there we go. We got to the Hector signed Eclipse. We're going to go ahead and move this over here because we have more to go through, and we're going to go ahead and see what we got from the museum. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that little sweep through the store. They had a lot of cool stuff, but these right here, guys, I've never seen, and I had to bring all the colors they had. And this is out of Solido. Check it out. GT500 Fast Track in white. This is an awesome freaking tooling, man. Look at that. Comes with a really nice base, black and white. I mean, this thing is awesome. The detail alone on this looks really good. You have true lenses. I mean, the calipers, the rotors, everything in here is awesome. And this is a I think it's a 132 scale. And let's see, 143. There you go, 2020 GT500, 25 bucks. Like I said, finding stuff like this in the Shelby Museum, you're not going to really see out in stores, especially when it comes to the Shelby collectibles. This is another recolor of the 2020 they had. Beautiful dark gray metallic with the lime green. I thought that was a really nice combo they had. Not one that you would typically see as a diecast release. So I was like, man, so many. And like I said, my wife was like, hey, I know we never come here. The Shelby Museum is one of those free passes. Like, if you see it, just buy it. So my wife's very supportive of the hobby and what I do. I mean, it's not cheap. I wouldn't say cheap because some of them are expensive, like the ones we got here, or even these. But when it comes to the sense of what we can be spending money on, especially when it comes to like this stuff, it's very cheap in a sense. A lot of my stuff I trade for or I try to find in store. I never really buy eBay price per se, especially when it comes to like modern day stuff. Sometimes it kind of forces your hand when you're like, dang, I cannot find that one and I want to bring it home. So you kind of eat up the price here and there. As long as you don't do it all the time, it's very manageable. Now, if you find that one casting every once in a blue moon and you're like, God, do I really want to spend 50 bucks? But then you think back and you're like, okay, I've been looking for this car for a solid year and a half. I can't find it. No one wants to trade for it. If they do want to trade, they're trading pretty heavy and I don't have anything to compensate for that trade. Then those are times where you're like, okay, it's justifiable, man. Like, I'm tired of hunting for it, tired of wasting my time. Let's move on to the next tooling I'm looking for. That is when it's okay to do that kind of stuff. Not all the time though, because then you start investing in the wrong things. So like I said, some cars I do pay a little higher than others at times, but not all the time. So getting back to it, guys, the Solido, the next one, I think it was the last one we picked up, was this beautiful, beautiful purple, man. This is awesome. I forgot what the color is. I think I have one. I don't think this is... it's not mischievous purple because that's a lot darker. I think this is more of a fuchsia. I don't know what Ford's legit color or paint code is. If you guys know, drop it in the comments. If not, I'll have it on the screen for you guys. But this one is my favorite. I mean, the color is just gorgeous, especially with the white stripes. It complements it, black wheels, and these are all Fast Track GT500s. I mean, they have the carbon wing, carbon wheels. This is a beauty, man. Absolutely love these. So these three right here, gotta say, are probably the coolest 143s I have in the collection, because a lot of them are the pullbacks that you see at Sam's Club, at Walgreens, CVS, Lowe's, Target, Walmart. They all have those. But when it comes to these, these right here are freaking top-notch stuff, man. Next up from the Shelby collection, we got the 2006 Shelby GT Hertz edition. Now, I wasn't certain if I had this one because I do have a small collection, like 6 of them. And I wasn't sure, and it looks like I did not have it, so that is a plus. 2006 Shelby, and we have the 2012 GT 350 in the same color setup. So this one is indeed a new addition to the collection, which I am stoked because when I was looking on the pegs, I was like, man, I think I have that. I put it back, and then I picked it back up, and my wife's like, don't do it. Do not pass it up because I don't want you to regret not getting it, and we never really go to Vegas. So definitely excited I got this one because this is a new one for the collection. So that is exciting. The next one is another Carroll Shelby. They're all the They are all the Carroll Shelby collectibles. This one is the 2008 GT 500 KR. This was one I also did not know if I had or not, and I don't think just from looking I had it either. So yeah, we have the 2012 and the 67. Those are the only black toolings that I had in my mind, and I just couldn't remember the year. So this is another one we are adding to the collection. Black with satin black stripes on this one. Gosh, man, that is exciting because I hate picking up stuff and I'm like, dang it, I do have that one already. So made the trip just worth it just doing this because I brought some new ones. And then the next one, this one's for my daughter. She loved this car and I was like, I'm going to bring it home for you. It's a baby pink Shelby Cobra 427 SC. This is actually a really, really nice Shelby. And I do have 3 other collectible Shelbys in my collection. I just don't have them displayed anymore. But this one will go in there with the rest. So beautiful tooling, man. Very beautiful. This is a car for my daughter. She just loved the pink, so I brought it home for her. The last one we did get is this one. Look at this guy. I've been really trying to get one of these in my collection. The 2011 GT 350. These were so limited as a production car. I mean, this thing is awesome. I loved this car. They don't have it in the museum anymore. I believe the one they had was the blue and white, not the white and blue. But I think back in 2017 when I went, they had this one in the shop. They have since changed the arrangement of the cars. Every time I've gone there, it's always different. So this right here, man, this was the cherry on top. This was the one I was like, I need to get one of those. So when we went to the museum, I was on a hunt for this stuff. Loved looking at the cars. I showcased that for you guys so you can enjoy some eye candy. But I specifically went there to look at this stuff because I was like, you know what? Every time I was there, they had diecast. I brought some diecast home. They did have some 118 scales I wanted to bring, but I wasn't really wanting to spend, you know, $60 plus because there was 3 or 4 that I wanted to bring home. And I was like, you know what? Let me just bring home what I have room for, which I don't have room for anything, but I wanted to bring these home because these were ones I definitely wanted to grab. The other ones were like, wasn't even tracking those were a thing. The 118s, I knew they had those, but I wasn't like for sure, like I want to grab a 118. So these for sure I knew I needed. Well, luckily, yeah, that's why we went down that route. And then the last little thing I did get is this magnet. This is just a really cool Shelby Las Vegas. I mean, yeah, this is definitely, this thing can stick anywhere. So there we go. Welcome to the collection. So there goes Vegas, guys. This is what we brought home and picked up for the collection. Like I said at the beginning, I know it's kind of mixed matched. There were some cars I already had. And then of course some off castings that I don't typically pick up anymore, but I had to pick those up, man. I really do like those, and sometimes it is hard to leave castings I do really like just because I'm focusing on Mustangs. It's okay to do that every now and then. I just don't want to lose focus on bringing home the ponies. So beautiful 143s from Solido. I think those are awesome. The Shelby collectibles, another just honorable mention. We got another M2 Chase for the collection and the rest of these right here. So that is our Vegas haul, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below your thoughts and which ones was your favorite. Which ones were you surprised I brought home? Because I'm pretty sure there's a couple you're like, wow, I would have never thought you would have picked those up. Let me know what those are down in the comments. And of course, stay tuned for the next episode. We're going to deep dive into what we got in Oklahoma. Largest diecast store that I had ever been into. It's not even just diecast, but collectibles. And I think you guys are going to really like it. So until next time, guys, this is the Mustang Hunter. Peace.